Well, boys and girls, old Ron down in Florida, as if he couldn't do enough for Florida, he's apparently at it again. Hold on, folks, because it's going to be a ride. Apparently, old Ronnie has signed some new legislation into effect. HB 1007. Old Ronnie has signed in legislation to crack down the sale on unauthorized vapes with market flavors to children. God. The new law, which targets only single-use product, listen to the word disposables, goes into effect October the 1st, which is, you still got plenty of time to get rid of them. It includes carve out for refillable devices and e-liquids. So looks like I called it again. We're going to go back to the juice and the pod systems. So if you're making your own juices and you can fill them up in the pods, and just watch, most of the South will go back to it. Okay. So they'll start having these things called open systems. These vape products, they're more expensive. And of course, they're less colorful and, than their disposable counterparts, because you can't just get them, tear them up, throw away the box, and can't do that. With these, you gotta fill it up. You gotta fill up tanks. You gotta buy coils, and every time that you change flavors, you gotta get a new one of everything except the battery. Okay. Apparently, Palm City Rep Toby and Gainesville Senator Keith, both Republicans, were among the most discussed non-culture war measures to pass this past season. In its original form, the bill would have prohibited sales of any vape products that have not yet received FDA approval, which means they'd have thrown everything out but 23 products. Everything else would get the finger, okay? And of course, they're all big tobacco companies, and Japan Tobacco, RJ Reynolds, Altria, those type companies. But Ordorf and Perry amended the legislation on their respective chamber floors after hearing repeated complaints from business owners, industry advocates, and consumers, many of them former smokers, and claiming that this would kill their business and lead to smoker relapse, which is get the cigarettes, which would make big tobacco more money in the big picture, but of course killing off the clientele. So DeSantis apparently signed Friday, does not include the FDA standard, which could soon change. Instead, it directs the Department of Legal Affairs under the Attorney General to develop and maintain a directory listing all single-use nic vapes it deems attractive to minors. So one person is apparently going to get to figure it out for the whole state of Florida, okay? And they're going to make the list publicly available on January 1 of 25 and regularly updated. So you have to constantly watch, and these are approved, these are not. So if these ain't on the list, you can sell these, but these are on the list, fuck you. That's the way I'm reading this, okay? And if that's the truth, that sounds crazy. Once a product is added to the list, reelers and wholesalers in Florida have 60 days to sell or remove it from their inventory. Any product left after that is seizure and destruction mode, okay? March the 1st of 25, manufacturers that sell prohibited products in the state will face a $1,000 daily fine for each such product until it is removed from the market. Wow. Any person who sells a nicotine products, including vapes, to anyone under 21 for a third or subsequent time will face a third-degree felony charge. Now, that I kind of agree with. Punishable by up to $5,000 in fines and 5 years in the Crossbar Hotel. Apparently, some of these advocates, they love this, but they also argue against the FDA standard at committee shops for the legislation in both chambers, and they wanted reasonable restrictions. So, there's more to be read here. And, but it does appear that apparently, if you're not part of the 23, you better be an open system, which is pod based, which is tank based, liquid based. It's going to be a fucking mess, man. Florida once again punched in the fucking mouth with this bullshit, and wow. But there are thousands of these unauthorized disposable vapes that are flooding into America, apparently. And according to the Florida Retail Federation, the Sunshine State is number one in vape sales, of course, because it's a destination state that everybody wants to go to. And of course, there are bright colors and candy and fruity flavors, and children just love them. Mainly because there's adults that are selling it to them. What the fuck? But that's the way things are. So if we don't hold people accountable, this is what we get. So I'm going to leave links, of course, in the description down here. You can read this for yourself, but it's pretty cut and dry. If you're not part of the 23, you're out. Of course, HB 1007 has been signed, and it's going down effective October the 1st. All right, y'all, that's what I got. I'll keep laying them out to you, man. You keep reading them. All right, you have a good day. Good luck, Florida. That's crazy. And you know it.